Hello, wrestling fans, YouTubers, and to my subscribers. This is Hollywood Eric 86 here, and this is my pay-per-view rant for Money in the Bank. Now, I know it's Tuesday night, 2 days removed, but oh my goodness, a lot of stuff has happened within the last 48 hours, including after last night's Monday Night Raw, that I will get to. There are a lot of points for Money in the Bank that are going to be part of the Monday Night Raw rant, so it's going to be kind of a Raw rant and State of the WWE type thing, all in the same pay-per-view rant due to a lot of the circumstances that has gone on over the last 48 hours and even today. From Sunday night into Raw and into today, a lot of stuff's been happening. But without any further ado, let's get on with the Money in the Bank pay-per-view rant. We got 2 pre-show matches this month, which, you know, I liked and I enjoyed very much because, you know, last month there was only 1. But like I said, most pre-show matches, they don't impress me. And the first one really didn't. It was the Golden Truth and Breezango, which was Tyler Breeze and Fandango, in this feud. Now, as of this point going into Money in the Bank, the Golden Truth had not won a match against them at all. And leading into this, they're just being themselves. Fandango and Tyler Breeze with the selfies and his dancing and stuff. And then they went into the tanning bed together. The Golden Truth turn it up to where they get very badly sunburned. And they can't take their photos and, you know, photo ops or whatever. And so coming into this match, they still had their very bad sunburn, which was, you know, I thought was pretty funny because it was very interesting because they couldn't do, you know, his dancing or their selfie sticks because they were peeling real bad. All in all, the match was okay, but it really didn't interest me because it's a pre-show match. But the match was entertaining. It was good. Matches can be entertaining to me. I thought it was pretty funny because every time they got hit, they would wither in pain because they were sunburnt real bad, peeling real bad. In the end, the Golden Truth win when Goldust catches Fandango with the final curtain. 1, 2, 3. Golden Truth wins. That one was okay. It was a pretty okay pre-show match, but it really didn't interest me. But it was entertaining. It was funny on how they did that. Now they have a win finally. Match number 2 of the pre-show. It was a match that was predictable from the start, and it really makes me angry because I'm just getting real tired of it. And that's the Dudley Boys taking on the Lucha Dragons. Now, I really didn't pick a winner in this because I like both, but it was predictable as to who was going to win. And as you know, the Dudley Boys dominated majority of the match, but Kalisto and Sin Cara made a few comebacks. But all in all, the ending in the match was totally stupid. Totally fucking stupid. As it consisted of Kalisto hitting the Selena Del Sol and Bubba Ray Dudley. He tags in as Sin Cara tagged in. Sin Cara hit the Sin Cara bomb / Swanton. Hits it 1, 2, and fucking 3. And your winners is the fucking Lucha Dragons. Really, Vince? You're continually going to make the Dudley Boys' job still? Really? It's getting fucking repetitive. It's stupid. Fucking stupid and unrealistic. You had to listen to the Usos, and now you're making your single greatest tag team of the last part of the Attitude Era and part of the fucking Ruthless Aggression Era fucking jokes? Really? You are fucking stupid because I think you also hold a grudge because they went to TNA and stayed there for a number of years up until last year. You hold grudges, Vince. You wait 10 years. Then when you bring them back and you want to give them a title push because Roman Reigns' fucking cousins open their fucking mouth, you relegate them to getting jobbed by the Lucha Dragons. Now, I'm not really the ones to rag on cruiserweights a lot. I do that because my brother-in-law Cryptic does it, and my brother does it. So, you know, I do that out of that. But I like the Lucha Dragons, but that's unrealistic. Kalisto's a tiny little fucking whatever, and Sin Cara is not even the real Sin Cara. So it makes no sense. And for you fans out there that don't want to think that that's not the real Sin Cara, that's not Mystico. It hasn't been for a number of years. But yet they make the Lucha Dragons, and beat the Dudleys, which totally irritated me. It pissed me off. And you're going to find out that a lot of this pay-per-view irritated the shit out of me because of a lot of the results that happened. But all in all, that's the end of the pre-show match and my little deviated rant on that. Vince, you need to fucking stop letting the Dudley Boys job. I'm telling you. Let them be the team that won you 9 World Tag Team titles. And actually, I said technically 10 always, but 9 recognized tag title reigns. Shit, they're 24-time tag champions in general. Give them another title reign. Jeez, stop being a pussy and stop being scared. But anyway, that ends the pre-show there. Match number 1. The Fatal 4-Way match for the WWE Championship, which consisted of Luke Gallows / Doc Gallows and Machine Gun Carl Anderson, my boys in the club. The Vaudevillains, my boys. Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy, or Big Cass. And the fucking stupid ass fucking New Day for the tag titles. Fatal 4-Way. This match was actually very good. Through the most part, it was good. But, again, they fucking make the ending fucking unrealistic and fucking stupid, and it's totally dumb. I was picking anybody but the fucking New Day in that match. Because all 3 teams I liked except for that fucking stupid New Day. I still have no fucking idea how the fuck they're over with the fans and why they consider them entertaining, because for the 20-something minutes that they're on Raw, I go watch something else because I don't give them a rating. I try not to give them any kind of fucking rating because they're fucking annoying, they're not entertaining, they're not funny, and they're just fucking dumb and stupid. And the fact they're still the tag team champions fucking baffles me. They should have already lost the damn titles months ago. They should have fucking Machine Gun Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows are a caliber team that they could win the belts. They're 2-time IWGP Tag Team Champions. The Vaudevillains are former NXT Tag Team Champions. Enzo and Big Cass were contenders for the NXT Tag titles. They never won them, but they came awfully close every single time. So, they're due to become champions. But what do? Oh no. After a long time of non-stop action, which consisted of Enzo going over the top on everybody, and everybody, doing high-risk moves, Kofi comes in there, tries to do the fucking Trouble in Paradise to Enzo Amore. He blocks it, he gets kicked while he's down, tries to do the Trouble in Paradise to Aiden English, but then Aiden English tags in his partner, tags in Simon Gotch. They hit the Whirling Dervish. 1, 2, Machine Gun Carl Anderson interferes, which is fine. He broke up the pin. Then Machine Gun Carl Anderson hits his high knee on Big E Langston. Then Big E Langston flies through the fucking ring with the spear on the outside. They hit the Magic Killer on Aiden English, and they hit that in there. And then of course Kofi Kingston comes in there, comes in there, gets him down. Big Cass comes in there, big boots Luke Gallows out the ring. Big E Langston comes up top. Kofi Kingston comes up the top rope and helping Big E Langston hit his move to put the big ending. And he hits the big ending with assistance from Kofi from the top. 1, 2, and fucking 3, and you're winners, and still the fucking WWE Tag Team Champions, the stupid ass fucking New Day. Oh my God, are you fucking kidding me? Again! You again let this fucking team retain the titles when the Vaudevillains should be the champions. Anderson and Gallows should be the champions. It's fucking stupid, and the sad part is they didn't even pin Machine Gun Carl Anderson when they hit the big ending. They pinned Aiden English after he'd been hit with the DDT and all other types of finishers in that match. And yet the New Day wins. Oh my God. Everything about that match was good except the ending. It was fucking stupid. Fucking stupid and fucking repetitive. What else does this team's got to do, Vince, to fucking beat the New Day? You always stand there and say that the Vaudevillains' gimmick is stupid. Look who's talking. the New Day's gimmick is way fucking stupid. It's been stupid since day fucking one, since they started that fucking gimmick. But yet, you don't see that. You see dollar signs with them. You're a fucking moron. It's nothing. They're fucking stupid. Totally dumb. So anyway, the New Day retains. That goes on to that match. Match number 2 is a match that was fucking useless, and I hope this ends because I thought it would end last month at Extreme Rules, and that's Baron Corbin taking on Dolph Ziggler. Really? Really? Dolph Ziggler and Baron Corbin still feuding? Really? What's the point, Vince? You've buried Dolph Ziggler already, so there's no recovering because the fans really don't cheer him as much anymore, as I start to see. Baron Corbin's already over. He's already proven to be tough in NXT. But you still let these guys feud? The match, though, was actually good. It was hard-hitting. It was good. Dolph actually held his own in this match. He didn't hit the zigzag in the match, but he hit the famouser. There were a lot of near falls. But in the end, Dolph Ziggler goes to the top one too many times. Corbin knocks him off, grabs him by the foot, takes him off the top rope, throws him into the ropes, hits the end of days. 1, 2, 3. Your winner, the Lone Wolf, Baron Corbin. Oh, man. My God. It doesn't get old with you, Vince, doesn't it? I was already starting to see a fucking pattern of what you're going to do to, people that either do something wrong or you don't deem a world champion caliber wants to have injuries because something happened today that's going to see if you're truly a man of your word, or are you a hypocrite and only predicate to your main stars or the ones that you already have over. Because something happened today that I'm going to get to that pertains to the main event, and we're going to be getting to that when the time comes, ladies and gentlemen. So, and wrestling fans. So, all in all, Baron Corbin wins the match after a hard-fought match, in a match that was fucking useless. Match number 3 was Charlotte and Dana Brooke taking on Natalya and Becky Lynch. This match was women's tag match, which started, as I said, at the end of last month with Extreme Rules, and Dana Brooke came out there and distracted Natalya in the submission match that garnered Charlotte to win. And then Charlotte goes on to do something that I felt was unforgivable. She downgrades and insults her father, the greatest of all time, the only 2-time Hall of Famer, and only 16-time World Heavyweight Champion, and the greatest wrestler alive that was alive today, and in the Nature Boy Ric Flair. She downgrades him even though he's been the man that has helped her retain the title since she fucking won it and garnered her services. But she kept Dana Brooke. So after she downgrades her father and he leaves WWE and he's not seen since then, even though I think it's a storyline, but he's not been seen since that angle happened, Natalya enlists the help of Becky Lynch, who comes out and helps her. And the tag match was made. All in all, the match was pretty good. It was back and forth. It was pretty decent. In the end, though, Dana Brooke comes in there when Becky Lynch and Natalya are back and forth. She smashes Becky Lynch into Natalya. Natalya's face hurt. Charlotte hits the natural selection. 1, 2, 3. And your winners, Charlotte and Dana Brooke. Which, it was fucking stupid because it was... I wanted Becky and Natalya to win, but again, they win, even though it was technically clean. They would say if it wasn't for them running into it, Dana throwing them into each other, they wouldn't have won. After she had Charlotte clamped in the sharpshooter. And then after the match, when Natalya helps Becky up, Natalya attacks Becky Lynch and proceeded to beat her ass, possibly turning heel. Now, we didn't see much about that the next night on Raw, which fans, one of the points of Raw was Charlotte and Paige wrestled for the Women's Championship last night on Raw, and Charlotte again retained with the natural selection after Dana Brooke's distraction, which didn't surprise me. But then, ladies and gentlemen, something amazing happened that the fans have been clamoring for and calling for for months. And that was the long-awaited return of the boss herself, Sasha Banks. And she came out there and proceeded to beat Charlotte's ass and Dana Brooks. And lift up that women's championship and proclaim herself the next fucking challenger. Damn it, Vince, you better give her that one-on-one match that you didn't give her when she initially challenged for it. Because you gave it to Brie Bella, which I thought was fucking stupid. And then you stick Sasha in a triple threat match to crown the first women's champion, and you don't let her win. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's hope to see if something comes of this feud between Sasha and Charlotte. Because the fans have been clamoring for Sasha Banks for months, because throughout the women's title matches, they chanted her name during the matches. And she finally made her long-awaited return, finally, to TV last night on Raw. Like I said, this is going to be a Money in the Bank and Raw rant all rolled in, because there are some points of Raw and an incident today that pertains to the upcoming pay-per-view Battleground. So let's hope fucking Sasha gets her pay-per-view match at Battleground, or at least SummerSlam, because she has already stated she wants the title, because she raised it above her head. Match number 4 on this card was a match that started out of fear of the new generation, which was, or new era as I put it, Sheamus taking on Apollo Crews. Now, my brother-in-law, Cryptic, he's very skeptical of Apollo Crews because of the name close to Apollo Creed. He's a huge Rocky fan. So he's not a fan of Apollo Crews. I think he was going for Sheamus in this. Well, the match was pretty good. It was hard-hitting, but Sheamus dominated part of the match, working on his legs and stuff, and then Sheamus hit the white noise from the top rope. 1, 2, Apollo Crews kicks out, but then Apollo Crews rolls him up in a crucifix roll-up. 1, 2, 3, your winner, Apollo Crews. Now, that ending was fucking stupid, in my view. I thought it didn't do it justice. It could have been so much better if Apollo would have won the way he should have. I mean, a crucifix roll-up would have been different if Apollo was on his back and rolled him down and got a crucifix pin. But no, Sheamus was already on him when he kicked out, telling the ref that it was 3, but when Apollo kicked out after the white noise, he grabs him into a crucifix and rolls him up. No, that didn't seem right with me. It didn't seem right. It seemed fucking wrong on the aspect of the way the match all in all was okay, but Apollo got a coup in shots, but Sheamus dominated most of the match. But Apollo Crews wins with a shitty roll up. I was happy Apollo Crews won, but the ending was not good. It was all right. But now on to match number 5. The match that I have waited for, and that is, ladies and gentlemen, the phenomenal one himself, AJ Styles, taking on that fucking Fruity Pebble bitch, John fuck Cena. In the dream match that wrestling fans have wanted but dreaded because they know of John Cena's reputation. Now, this all stemmed from the Fruity Pebble bitch's return on Memorial Day, like I stated. AJ came out and was in the ring with them and telling them he was glad to have him there and he was glad to work with them, being the face, which scared me because I did not want AJ Styles to suck up to that son of a bitch. Then out comes Machine Gun Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows. And they're coming in there and they're telling AJ that they're not there to kiss ass, they're there to kick ass. And when they come into the ring to want to fight and they're walking there, AJ takes off his shirt to want to fight. And as Machine Gun Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows are coming into the ring, AJ blindsides John Cena in one of the greatest beatdowns I've ever seen since the Nexus beat the shit out of him. Even though I didn't pick the Nexus at that point, I thought that's still one of the greatest ass whoopings I've seen. But still, the number one ass beating was Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam 2014. That's still the most vicious and violent ass whooping Cena ever got. But in terms of gang ass whooping, the Nexus still is number 1, but that was a close second. And that made the club official as heels. Now, I didn't give a fuck that AJ Styles turned heel, because AJ Styles told us, "You're welcome," and I said thank you because I'm sick and tired of Cena. we're tired of Cena and we're fucking tired of Roman. I was on the Roman bandwagon, which I'll get into here in a little bit, but I jumped off when I noticed that they were painting him like John Cena. And I knew they wasn't going to change. But John fuck Cena got the ass beating he deserved, and then the next week on Raw, he comes out there and he says, "Why, AJ? Why?" Like a fucking stupid ass goof nut that he is. So AJ comes out there on the ramp with Gallows and Anderson, the club, my boys. Also props to the NWO and the Wolfpack. And he proceeds to tell them, to tell Cena that he can't beat him. That you can't wrestle me. Or you can't beat me. That he can out-wrestle him and outperform him in any day. That is true. And then proceeds, fans, to do exactly what Bruce Blitz and that I continue doing have stated for years and for months on here for me, was that if guys like him lost to him, he would take his shovel and they would be fucking buried. So, wrestling fans, YouTubers, and to my subscribers, and to those John Cena fans out there that want to hate on us for that, there it goes, and proof out of the mouth of AJ Styles that the reputation that Cena has even goes far beyond the WWE. That we're not lying. That he has a golden shovel to bury wrestlers or any real potential superstars that are not deemed big by Vince, and he takes the golden shovel and buries them. So right there was proof in the pudding, ladies and gentlemen and wrestling fans. And that made me so fucking proud. It brought me back to the days of when the best in the world, CM Punk, exposed Cena for the ass kisser he was right after The Rock did it. But anyway, and then so the match was set. It was the phenomenal one himself, AJ Styles, and John fuck Cena, as I stated. And the match, ladies and gentlemen, was fucking phenomenal based on only AJ Styles. Cena, of course, people are going to say that was Cena. That was a great match Cena put on. AJ carried him, ladies and gentlemen. AJ carried that fucking match. And of course, there was near fall after near fall after near fall after near fall. Of course, Styles hits the Styles Clash and fucking Cena kicks out. Of course he would kick out. Of fucking course he would. He's been doing that fucking garbage for the last 13 years. Of course he has. Of course. But then, fucking John Cena hits the AA/FU on fucking AJ Styles. Styles kicks out it too. That doesn't surprise me. Well, fans, then the match goes on. AJ is just beating his ass. Does the flying forearm. Does his fucking calf killer. Of course, Cena didn't submit, which I didn't predict because he never taps, according to the WWE. Although we know he's tapped the fucking Chris Benoit. On a SmackDown he's tapped. Because he tapped to the crossface. And I'll say Chris Benoit as many times as I want. Chris Benoit. Chris Ben fucking Watt. Put him in the crossface and made Cena tap. So WWE again wants to erase history because of Chris Benoit. Fuck you, I know the truth. But he gets to the ropes and he breaks it. Then he hits another AA on fucking AJ Styles. And I'm like, oh great, it's fucking over. No, Styles kicks out. Surprising. That really surprised me. So then he goes up to try to give him another FU, and when he turns AJ Styles, AJ knocks the referee down. The referee goes down. Now keep in mind, Styles signed a one-on-one contract to fight Cena one-on-one without the club. So this was, what the contract wanted. Soon as the ref goes down, Cena hits the AA. The fans were counting along to at least 10 because there was no ref. And out comes Machine Gun Carl Anderson and the Gallows. They come in there, hit the boot of doom on John Cena, or the magic killer on John Cena, whatever one. Puts AJ Styles on top of him. Referee comes over. 1, 2, and 3. And that's right, fans. The winner of the fucking match is the phenomenal one himself, AJ Styles. I don't give a damn if any Cena fan on here or casual wrestling fan fucking hates the fact he cheated. I don't fucking care. It was ensured he wouldn't be buried. And I swear to God, Vince, if you fucking let Cena win the rubber match, if they have a match at fucking Battleground, it'll piss me off. And all them fans out there are going to say Cena had him beat. I don't care. How many other wrestlers had Cena beat in matches? Either Cena magically kicked out or the referee was taken out and could not fucking get the pinfall on him, and Cena does this Super Cena fucking bullshit and wins. So, you know what? It was poetic justice in one eyes. But there was also a main event that somebody says it is too. But it don't matter. That was poetic justice. AJ Styles beat that ass, and I was fucking happy. Because the club fucking prevailed. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. At that aspect, I was glad John fuck Cena got his ass beat in his first match. But Vince, I swear to God, you better not fucking bury AJ. Because according to that fucking Stone Cold podcast, he spoke very highly of you. Which is surprising because you're a fucking asshole. You're a real fucking douchebag when it pertains to actual stars. Wrestlers that you have on your roster that you fail to utilize because you didn't make them or you don't see them as caliber superstars. But anyway, off of my rant that I was giddy on because I was happy AJ Styles won, on to match number 6 of the card, and that is the Money in the Bank ladder match, which consisted of the Swiss Superman Cesaro, the Lunatic Fringe Dean Ambrose, Y2 Fuck J Chris Jericho, Alberto fucking Del Rio, who's an idiot, Sami Zayn, and my boy, the prize fighter, KO, Kevin Owens, in the Money in the Bank ladder match. And this match, fans, was by far, I think, the match of the night. Fucking high spots off the ass. The match went back and forth. It got to the point where there were 4 men, four men on one ladder. Jericho holding Ambrose, I think, holding Jericho, or vice versa on one side, and Owens holding on to Sami Zayn on the other. And then Cesaro and I think Alberto Del Rio was on the other ladder, and Kevin Owens kicks the other ladder and pushes it down to knock them off the ladder. Ambrose and Jericho fall off. Then, of course, Zayn and Owens fall off. Jericho's going to go grab the Money in the Bank briefcase. Of course, Ambrose comes in, pulls him down, hits the dirty deeds, goes for the briefcase. He gets knocked down again. Then Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are grabbing the briefcase, or Sami Zayn is. Owens pulls down Sami Zayn, power bombs him on the fucking ladder, which was sick. And I mean, that was even more sicker than earlier when Alberto did a stomp on the top rope on Cesaro on the ladder. And there was even a frog splash, a fucking awesome one from Kevin Owens on the Ambrose when Ambrose was prone on the ladder. So a lot of ladder high spots in this match. But it came down right after the powerbomb on the ladder. Kevin Owens ascends to the top. He's got one hand on on the briefcase, and out comes Dean Ambrose. Dean fucking Ambrose. Man, I don't really like and respect, but is a main eventer. He does that and he proceeds to knock Kevin Owens off of the ladder, and when he knocks him off the ladder, he falls through the other one and it falls down. Ambrose ascends the top of the ladder and grabs the briefcase, and your winner, and this year's Mr. Money in the Bank, the Lunatic Fringe, Dean Ambrose. Oh, Vince. Now, the only reason that I'm not happy with this is because my brother-in-law, Cryptic, and my brother, when he called me later, basically said the same thing. That it's the 3rd year in a row of the Shield. We don't need this. And it was also predictable. If they wanted it, Ambrose should have got his title run last year when he originally beat Seth Rollins. Now, like I said, I am a Seth Rollins supporter, but during that match, when he lost to Dean Ambrose, and Ambrose pinned him clean, and then they disqualified him, I lost respect for Seth Rollins in that match, and I didn't pick him for over a month. Ambrose should have had his run then, but they didn't give it to him. I felt, it's repetitive. But anyway, Ambrose wins. All in all, the match was the match of the night. It was awesome. But it just shows that Vince still holds down his wrestlers. Because my 2 picks of the match was Cesaro and KO. Because they deserve to be in the main event picture for the championship. But again, Vince don't see that. But I was glad in a way Ambrose won, even though it pissed me off because it was predictable. Predictability pisses me the fuck off. It really annoys the crap out of me when that happens. So, the winner of the match is fucking Dean Ambrose. And then the next match, which I thought was fucking useless, it should not have been in this part of the card. It should have been at least the first match, maybe. And that is the United States title match between defending champion Rusev and Titus O'Neil. Now, this all stemmed from when Rusev was declaring himself the greatest U.S. champion in history, which we both know, wrestling fans, if we know our history right, that the actual greatest U.S. champion, other than being voted on by the fans, other than Sting, is the total package Lex Luger, because he technically has the longest reign in the actual history of the title, because it still has the lineage to the WCW and /NWA. But it still has lineage to the WCW, and Luger's got the longest reign. The longest WWE reign is Dean Ambrose, but the longest reign of all time is Lex Luger. And he's the greatest U.S. champ of all time. Although fans say it's Sting, which I don't debate, because Sting was also a great U.S. champ. But anyway, this match really didn't interest me very much. It was boring mostly, because Rusev, even though Titus and Rusev had the same amount of strength to the match, Rusev, it was a foregone conclusion on who was going to win. Did I want Titus to win? Yes, because he deserves it after being unjustly suspended by Vince McMahon. Fuck you, Vince, for that suspension. That was ridiculous in my eyes. Fucking ridiculous. Anyway, the match goes on, it's good, and Titus O'Neil's got his kids in the front row, which I thought was very sweet. He had his family there. Rusev's yelling at the crowd, yelling at his family, saying, "Look at your daddy now," or "Look at your family," being a fucking complete asshole, which I thought was insensitive. In the end, Rusev locks O'Neil in the accolade, and he taps out, and your winner and still the United States champion, fucking Rusev. Oh my God, Vince. Really? Titus O'Neil is a great star. He's doing a great job by himself as a superstar, and then you want to go and job to him and make him look weak. Of course you would. You did that to Mark Henry, which I thought was stupid. So then after the match is over, Rusev goes down to his two children and fucking mocks Titus and says, "Ain't you glad your dad is a loser?" Being an insensitive prick like he always is. Well, on another side note from last night's Raw, to get revenge on this, that was supposed to have a rematch of some sorts last night on Raw, Titus O'Neil proceeds to beat the shit out of Rusev before Rusev even gets in the ring for revenge for insulting his family and downgrading him in front of his family. I thought that was fucking awesome. He fucking deserved that ass whooping. I was glad Rusev got his ass beat. Hopefully there's a rematch at Battleground and Titus beats him. Because Titus O'Neil deserves to be the U.S. champ. Somebody new needs to be the U.S. champion. I'm fucking glad that Fat Boy Cena didn't get the title shot, although I said it was rumored at the time. If I wasn't stated about it being rumored, that was one of the rumors at the time. But that match really, that one was, it could have been better. That match was just, to my view, was pointless because even though I wanted Titus to win, it was a foregone conclusion that fucking Rusev was going to win. And now, ladies and gentlemen, on to the main event of the evening for the WWE Championship. That's right, wrestling fans, YouTubers, and to my subscribers. It is for the WWE Championship. Reigning and defending champion, Roman fuck Reigns. John Cena 2.0. Still sad to say. Taking on my boy, the architect, the franchise, the man chosen by the authority, and the uncrowned WWE champion. That's right, Seth Rollins. And this match was one of the fucking best matches that I thought would be possible. The match was excitingly good. It was fucking good, with no help from Roman, I might add, because Roman can't wrestle himself out of a paper bag. Rollins carried the match. Now, as most of you are going to say that saw my previous videos, they'll be like, well, leading into Survivor Series, you wanted Roman to beat Seth Rollins. That's right. I was on the Roman bandwagon then because then he wasn't getting boos. He was getting mixed reaction cheers from the fans because there were times he was Cena, there were times he wasn't. When he beat Triple H's ass at TLC, he got cheered because he wasn't Cena. When he beat Sheamus on Raw to win the WWE Championship, they cheered him. I thought they were going to turn another corner. Then I gradually started to see him turning into Cena, and the fans caught on to it. And they started to fucking boo him. And yeah, I was happy he lost the title when Triple H beat him, because I felt that he was finally done. Fastlane, though, proved my point when they let him beat not only Ambrose, but fucking Brock Lesnar. The Beast Incarnate, are you kidding me? If he couldn't beat Lesnar one-on-one at WrestleMania 31, what the fuck sense does it make for him to go over Lesnar, even though he didn't score the pinfall in that triple threat match? That's when I saw the writing on the wall, and I jumped off his bandwagon. People can judge me all they want. I cheered Cena for a while before I realized he was a piece of shit. I cheered Cena for a year before I realized Cena was what he is now. A fucking joke. See, I didn't want to take that long to realize Roman was a piece of shit. I saw the writing on the wall, and I got smart, and I jumped off. But for those Roman Empire fans out there, I humbly apologize, but it's my own personal opinion. And a lot of the critics agree with me when they say that Roman sucks. Anyway, the match goes on and on. Roman hit the Superman punch on fucking Seth Rollins. Rollins kicks the fuck out, which surprised me. Rollins hits the Falcon Arrow. Roman kicks out, of fucking course. Then he hits another frog splash that I seen. Roman kicks out. Of course he does. Of fucking course he does. Why wouldn't he kick out? He's Roman fucking Reigns, for crying out loud. Then it comes in there. Roman goes for the spear. Hits him with the fucking spear, but the ref goes down. Ref says it. 1, 2, and the Architect kicks out. I about fell out of my seat. When I looked over at Cryptic, I said, oh my fucking God, he kicked out. That was a fucking shock because no one ever kicks out of one spear. Just ask AJ fucking Styles. How they screwed over AJ Styles. They screwed over AJ Styles by they didn't let him kick out of one spear. But he kicked out of one spear, and then he goes for a second spear, and I mean, in one of the coolest fucking moves I've seen, fucking Rollins caught him in midair with a pedigree. 1, 2, Roman kicks out. Of fucking course he does. Of course Roman does. Why wouldn't he? Roman sucks, but yet they still make him kick out. It's like Blue Split said about John Cena. You can send a battalion in there to kick his ass, and he'll still kick the fuck out. But Rollins did something smart. He picks up Roman, hits him with a second pedigree. And I didn't think it was over. Ref counts 1, 2, and fucking 3. And that's right, fans. Ladies and gentlemen, your new WWE Champion. That is right, for the second time. Although he never lost the title. He just reclaimed the belt. That's right, fans. The winner, Seth Rollins. And fans, he did it cleanly. With nobody's help. It was Seth Rollins' coming out party, as I put it. Because Cryptic was even proud of him for not cheating to beat him. But then again, of course, once Rollins gets the championship and he's celebrating, I'm not celebrating because I already fucking knew. Because it was already speculated and he had already stated that Ambrose had already stated that if he won the match, he would cash in the Money in the Bank that night. So exactly over 2 minutes and 48 seconds after Rollins wins the championship, Ambrose's music hits. I went, motherfucker. Of course you would. Of course, Vince, you would. You would do everything in your power to still fuck me in the end. And that's exactly what you did. On 2 aspects. 1, you make the Money in the Bank winner cash in on Rollins after Rollins took 7 months to get the title back. And on top of that, instead of being a man like Seth Rollins did at WrestleMania 32, what does he do? Oh no. No, at WrestleMania 31, being a man, what does he do? He blindsides Rollins from behind with the fucking briefcase when he turns around like a fucking pussy. I just knew Ambrose was a pussy. Instead of facing him like a man, like he fucking did at the 31 when Rollins cashed in his Money in the Bank. He attacked him from behind, grabs Rollins by the face, the bell rings, he hits the dirty deeds, 1, 2, and fucking 3, and your winner and fucking new WWE champion is the Lunatic Friends, Dean fucking Ambrose. Really, Vince? Really? Not only are you going to screw me, a Seth Rollins supporter, but you're going to screw him in the way that didn't make any fucking sense. People are going to say, oh, it's poetic justice because of what he did, to cash in his Money in the Bank. He did it face to face. He didn't have to blindside him from behind. He did it face to face. And he won the fucking match. You blindside him like a pussy and you cash in the Money in the Bank. Ambrose, I always knew you were a snake. Now, I may not like you, but I respect the fact that you're a main eventer. Do I just think you deserve to be champion now? No. And that was because of what I stated earlier. I felt he should have had his run last year when he was a main event caliber star. But it's year of the Shield, year 3. And it's just, it don't make any sense to me. Ambrose should have had a good title run last year. And then if Rollins still would have got hurt, they'd have had a backup plan in place. But they didn't because Rollins was long term. I don't know for sure if they were going to let Roman beat him, but it was long term. So, wrestling fans, on to last night's Monday Night Raw, which leads into what happened today. Of course, Roman and Seth come out there after Ambrose is out there saying that he's the world champion after showing up in a damn taxi cab, which I know why, because that's his image. They both come out there and demand a rematch after Roman basically predicated to the fans and said, hey, I don't care what y'all think, but I'm talking about you dudes out there, because he wants to be called now the dude, because Seth is the guy. No, Seth is the man, and Roman's the guy, apparently, which that makes me want to throw up when I say that. And he's the dude. So he goes, all you dudes out there, hold it down because I'm trying to congratulate my brother. And the fans booed Roman even worse. And he said, how does it feel to beat Rollins, cash it in on Rollins? Ambrose said, how to cash it in on you too, Roman, which I thought was commendable. Smart. This means he wasn't just singling out Rollins. Then, out comes Rollins demanding a rematch. Well, Shane McMahon makes a match between Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns in the main event later that night on Raw. So the match goes on as Ambrose is on commentary, and the match ends in a fucking double countout. So Shane comes out there and says, no, that's not how the match is going to end. I'm going to restart the match. There has to be a winner. Ambrose grabs the mic, and surprisingly, the champion he is says, no, I'll take on both of them. And so with that being said, Shane goes, okay, you want both of them? You're not going to take on both of them separately. You're going to take on both of them in the same match. So they made the match a triple threat match, which would be Ambrose versus Rollins versus Reigns, and a triple threat match for the WWE Championship set for Battleground July 24th. Until, ladies and gentlemen, wrestling fans, earlier today, at about 2:30 this afternoon, there was a message on Ringside News that read the following, and it was posted on WWE's website, WWE.com, that Roman Reigns himself was effectively suspended for 30 days, effective today, for failing the WWE wellness policy. Oh my God. I'm sorry that I laugh, fans, but that is fucking brilliant now because Roman was doing drugs. Their top superstar, their second John Cena, was caught doing drugs and is now suspended for 30 days after they made him in a triple threat match at fucking Battleground. Oh my God, Vince. Oh, how do you feel now? I hate John Cena with every fiber of my being, but at least he's never failed a drug test. Although he's been suspected of doing steroids or any kind of drug, but he was never caught. Your boy Roman has. And now fans are speculating as to whether he's still going to be in that triple threat match, because his suspension ends July 20th, which I find stupid because it should end on my 30th birthday next month, because he got suspended today, June 21st. So we're going to find out. So Vince, here's a little message to you, Vince. Let's see if you're a man of your word and you suspend him and you take away his title match. Or you're a hypocrite, keep him in the match, and you fucking let him win. Or you're still a hypocrite, in a way, by letting him wrestle, but you don't let him win. How does it feel, Vince, that now your Golden Shovel Boy 2.0 has failed a wellness policy for drugs, for substance abuse? And Roman even tweeted on his Twitter, because I went and seen it, that he was fucking sorry. No excuses, he owns it. So he fucking knew. So this whole time that he was breaking the wellness policy, he was your champion. So wrestling fans out there, even the ones that boo Roman, he was on drugs when he was your fucking champion. The guy. So that's something to think of. Well, fans, I know this rant probably runs longer and I went off and I deviated, but that had to be said. And this ends my rant for the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. And my little Raw, there were a few Raw pointers thrown in because that's what I wanted. And the little Roman Reigns tidbit that I did do. And my Vince Russo video is coming, fans. I know it's been longer. I know it's been a month. But I wanted to find some more shit. And it proves that he is still truly a hypocrite. And that video will be up within the next couple days. Maybe 3 or 4, maybe 5 days it'll be up. If everything goes well, it could be up sooner. But I'm predicting 3 to 5 days. So, be ready for the Vince Russo rant. But that concludes my Money in the Bank pay-per-view rant and reaction. That concludes everything. If you haven't already subscribed to me, subscribe to my channel if you like it. If not, you can like. I have a Facebook page. Go there, it's Hollywood Eric 86. Slap a like on it if you like my Facebook page. All 19 of my other videos are up and running at that time on my Facebook channel, on my Facebook page. And you can also subscribe here to my channel and see all 19 previous of my videos as well. Well, wrestling fans, I'm going to wrap this up. I know I've been rubbing my nose. It is hot in here because I can't have my fan on. But I will see you all later. And thank you to everybody who watches my videos or subscribes to me and watches my videos or goes to my channel and likes, or goes to my Facebook page and likes my channel and watches all of my videos. I appreciate and support everybody who loves my videos or watches them or likes them or whatever, and to all of my subscribers, thank you so much for sticking with me and through all this. I know the lighting may not be as good because I picked nighttime to do it. It's my only free time to do it. But I'm Hollywood Eric 86. Thank you. Have a great day. God bless. I will see you soon. Thank you and good night.